Perseverance. What I have learned about this, and you can also. Perseverance, a trait found in the blood of successful people, is not for the weak in mind or spirit, but reserved for the brave harboring a strong will with patience to endure and a vision to dream in uncharted territories, all because of hope. In this short essay, you will learn about a man who seeded these qualities in his soul deep enough to circumvent normal and single-handedly change the parameters of business in the music industry. Referenced as a cash king, he has shown the music industry, as well as many industries worldwide, what can be done in America when fortune initially passes you by. This artist, known as a businessman, has demonstrated and instilled in many the qualities of one who survives perseverance when born at the feet of failure and defeat. Personal dreams and brighter hopes can be acquired by studying the strategies of this mogul. From basking in his presence, your business swag may catch a new rhythm from his advice. Revered as a top earner in the hip-hop industry, Forbes magazine quotes him this way: "As a man who initially made his money off words, Jay-Z has a lot of wisdom to give. We could all learn a lot from his example." Brooklyn-born in the poverty-stricken projects as a minority within a racially divided nation, Sean Corey Carter, renamed Jay-Z, had a distinctive way of combining words creatively with beats. This was the winning combination needed in the hip-hop industry, but a challenge to relay to major record labels. After exhausting the path of status quo to be signed by a record label, Jay-Z combined his efforts with two business partners and formed Rockefeller Records, producing his first album, Reasonable Doubt, that would not only confuse industry professionals in how he managed to circumvent normal channels and produce his own album, but also how his first production successfully made him a platinum-selling artist. Halterwanger points out, "He is a testament to the fact that no matter where you come from, you can use your gifts and intelligence to catapult yourself to the top." In his ever-growing dynasty, Jay-Z is also credited of having romance with other industries, earning him the equitable right to hobnob with famous business moguls known for empires the size of nations. Rejected and confused for a lack of savvy in business, Jay-Z proved his skill level through his negotiations and making business history. Teddy Lim from Lifehack contributes this to Jay-Z. Jay-Z has an amazing knack for bouncing back from rejection. We would all benefit from adopting this mindset. How he negotiates his pact is what derives Jay-Z not as a businessman, but as a business. From dealing drugs to rolling around in his black Maybach, Jay-Z has given all of us a rigid lesson in persistence with a purpose. To examine the life of Jay-Z, one can only gain a greater understanding how a destiny can be altered through tireless perseverance, and one might note that success in life is not born by what others see in you, but rather born by what you can see within yourself. By stacking his own deck of cards, Jay-Z countered rejection in a complicated music industry and produced winning results in his career. In speaking of how Jay-Z's authenticity coupled with failure has secured promising rewards, Greenberg says this: "Jay-Z's invincible aura both as a musician and a businessman has been cultivated through constant emphasis on victory, and by sweeping under the rug anything with an unsavory result. Accepting failure and focusing on positives is an art Jay-Z has mastered beautifully throughout his career." It is safe to assume the path Jay-Z has traveled was not paved with roses, but lined with thorns along the route to the thriving life of fame and wealth Jay-Z blossoms in today. One might ask, how can this occur seamlessly? And Greenberg sums it up best with this statement: But listen to some of his work, and you might get the impression that he's never made a misstep in his life. He utters the phrase, "I will not lose," in at least 3 different songs, and constantly peppers himself with godlike monikers, Jehovah, Hova, and God MC throughout his oeuvre. What is learned from this model is to accept things will not always be perfect, but learn from these failures and expose positive energies while moving only forward. Being a blue-collared worker within an industry full of art and politics shined light on the versatility of a commerce I learned to respect and admire. Knowing all have a place regardless of how I grade an artist or musician was quickly ingrained within my understanding from personal experience and by the examples Jay-Z bestowed upon his audience. I too will be the example proving belief within oneself can change a destiny regardless of industry. We should accept the permission to propel forward, focusing on what we see with our own eyes, disregarding the sight others may wish to curse upon our triumph, and change the route to a road less traveled. This reflection and this action will be the golden ticket in the jackpot of success. By acquiring the traits of a master, one may be settled in following the footsteps of this mogul to pursue a similar success. But one should ride on the path of vigilance in review that such successes warrant ever-growing visions. In planning a future and learning not only how, but also why Jay-Z did not succumb to the status quo, but instead he elevated his brand to heights unimaginable, is an insight to my visualization of unfolding in making my mark. Sean Jay-Z Carter has single-handedly changed the game in industries worldwide by illustrating where determination, a solid vision, and perseverance will define your success. As Adams, also known as the Wonderless Worker, mentions, he was faced with several roadblocks along the path to ultimate success. Paving success is a process of learning from failure, but recovering with a prize. Being this overcomer will surely include you in the book of survivors. Desire and envision your walk. Applaud and apply this perseverance daily as if this is your air to live. And success will plant its seed as you give birth to your new being. What will be in your empire?